So I've returned today to show you everything that I got throughout the month of January, my January haul if you speak. I'm also going to be doing a bunch of shoutouts at the end, so make sure you stick around and find out, some other great YouTubers that I follow that you should also follow. The first thing I picked up this month is actually something I posted a picture of on Twitter like ages ago, so if you don't follow me on there, definitely follow me on there. But it's the Steelbook for It, one of my favorite movies of last year, well, horror films in general. I really love this steelbook. It actually probably is like one of my favorites I have in my collection now, which is saying something since I have so many of them. But yeah, I had to pre-order this because it sold out like immediately. So these are probably going for pretty high prices now on eBay and Amazon and whatnot. So I'm glad I picked one up when I did. Now with this next pickup, I actually wanted to get the 4K version of the steelbook instead of the original version, but the 4K one sold out immediately, so I kind of had to settle. Although I wanted either one. And that's the Blade Runner 2049 steelbook, the standard one that's not 4K. I still really like this cover because, you got Ryan Gosling on the front, and then you got Harrison Ford on the back. It's actually a really nice steelbook, although I think the 4K one looks better. I'll probably end up getting that one later on down the line, just because I collect too many steelbooks. This was a pretty good film for what it was. You have to be in the right mood for it, though. It is pretty long. These next two things are just two pickups I wanted to get to feed my steelbook addiction when I was at Best Buy. And that's the steelbook for Whiplash. Very great film, by the way. Miles Teller, J.K. Simmons, directed by Damien Chazelle. Great film, before he did La La Land and whatnot. I actually really like this steelbook, even though it's kind of simple, because it's just a symbol. I think it's pretty cool, though. It was only like $13-14, so I couldn't resist. And the other one also was the Ong Bak trilogy. These are really awesome, martial arts films by Tony Jaa. I don't know if most people probably know who Tony Jaa is by now because he's pretty popular now. He started off kind of when I first saw new of him, he was the stunt double for Liu Kang in the Mortal Kombat films. I think he was Annihilation. And then later on, he just became his own action movie star. And this is his trilogy that got super big. He did The Protector and Protector 2 as well. These are really awesome movies if you enjoy martial arts films. They're all crazy. So Tony Jaa is an amazing stunt person. I definitely recommend these movies. You have to watch them with subtitles or dubbing, but they're worth it. For a while, I did think that was going to be the end of my update since I hadn't bought anything in a while. But then the FYE near me went out of business and they had a bunch of sales, so I picked up a bunch of stuff there for dirt cheap. First one was the American Sniper Steelbook. Very great film, by Bradley Cooper, directed by Clint Eastwood a couple years ago. I couldn't resist, feed my steelbook addiction again, especially since it was 50% off, so I got it for dirt cheap. And other than that, I also got Brawl in the Cell Block 99. This movie was friggin' insane, by the way. It's super violent. I loved it, though, because Vince Vaughn was amazing in this film. It was just so much more violent than I thought it was going to be, from what I had heard. I also really liked the reversible cover, because this is actually the cover it came with, but I really like the old 70s style grindhouse kind of cover, because it's reversible. So I'm going to stick with this cover. I really like this cover. It's because it's old school. Even though this one's on the Amazon streaming service, because that's where I watched it from, and I thought it was so hilarious, I had to get an actual copy of What We Do in the Shadows, the Taika Waititi film. I'm actually really excited that they are making a series for this, because I was actually hoping that they would, because this movie was hilarious, by the way. It's kind of like a mockumentary kind of style, like The Office, but, it's about vampires. Anyone who enjoys comedies definitely needs to watch this movie, because it's hilarious. It's kind of like, when you go back from watching Thor Ragnarok to this, you can understand why Taika Waititi was chosen to do this, Thor Ragnarok, because of the humor that's in this film and a couple other films that I haven't watched yet that he's done. Definitely check this one out, though. And finally, the last film I decided to pick up this month is Drag Me to Hell. And it looks like this DVD was dragged to hell because it's pretty beaten up, but it was only $2. Very underrated Sam Raimi film, by the way. If most people don't talk about this film. I don't know why. It's just one of those films that I think it did okay, and most people liked it. It's just that it's buried underneath a lot of horror films in the 2000s that everybody just kind of forgot about. I enjoyed this when I rewatched it, and Scream Factory just put out a new version of this that I'm probably going to end up getting anyways. This was only $2, so I don't feel too bad about buying it again. But yeah, if you like horror films, why not check this one out? Sam Raimi's obviously known for doing pretty good horror films. And now we move on to the shout-out portion of this video. Apparently a good amount of you wanted a shout-out, so here I am. It's going to be a while. Now just a heads up, if you want to check out any of these people's channels, I am going to leave a link to everyone's channel in the bio, so make sure you look in the description for any of them. Now, the first of these shout-outs is going to go to Ashley, aka the Movie Oracle. She does a lot of good top 10s, a lot of good horror film reviews, a lot of just good, modern reviews in general. I actually really like the top 10s probably the most, actually, just because I'm a sucker for top 5s, top 10s, top 20s, etc. definitely go check her channel out. She definitely deserves more subscribers than she has. Now, the next shout out's going to go to some friends of mine over in Australia, which is Rewind Replay. They do a lot of cool videos as well. They do a lot of, figure unboxings, movie reviews. I think the coolest thing they do is the recastings where they take, modern, a film like Green Lantern and they recast it for, like, the 90s. Like, what would the cast be like if it was, the movie was from the 90s, etc. But they're a really cool channel. They're actually coming back soon because they've been gone for a while and they kind of been revamping the channel. So definitely check them out when you get a chance. They have a lot of cool stuff on their channel. This next shout out's going to go to one of the first couple friends I actually made from YouTube, which is Larry, aka LC Screen Talk. He does a lot of cool stuff too. He does unboxings, way more movie reviews than I do. I don't know how you make so many movie reviews because I could not watch that many movies in a week. He does ranking videos. I like the ranking videos a lot. Biggest surprises, biggest disappointments. But yeah, definitely a channel worth checking out when you get a chance. Next up is another good friend of mine, all the way over from Scotland, which is Fraser Jubb. He does a lot of, movie reviews as well. Not as many as he should be doing, but he's been busy with doing university applications and all that stuff. He does, movie reviews. He does his own short films. He does, shows off his collection, his Blu-ray update videos. He's, getting really good views with those lately. Definitely check out his channel, his movie reviews, short films. Look at his crazy movie collection. Definitely check them all out. Next one up after that is another good friend of mine from YouTube, and it's Zach Pope. He puts out a lot of really good content as well, because he does a bunch of movie reviews, lots of top 10s, ranking videos, reaction videos to whatever latest trailers coming out. Does some short films, does some reviews where he's dressed up like Deadpool, does some, hangout sessions where he plays video games and talks, which I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, he's definitely a pretty cool dude. Definitely loves movies. He's doing his own awards show soon. I helped pick some stuff for it, so shout out to Zach for letting me do that. But yeah, that's gonna be cool. Really make sure you check out his page when you get a chance. And finally, we have Buddy Candela, who's another good YouTuber that I'm friends with. I actually just reviewed a film he co-directed, by the way. Just want to check that out by any chance. But yeah, he does, really good podcasts. He's also these really cool Lost in VHS, movies where he gives commentary over these really cheesy horror films that, are obviously lost on VHS. Podcast's really cool. He does interviews with directors, not on his channel. Every now and then he'll do like a top 15 facts video, which is pretty cool. Definitely check out his channel when you get a chance. But yeah, I think that does it for all the shout outs for today. I didn't think I'd do this many. But yeah, thanks for checking out my video. Feel free to leave a like, hit that subscribe button right there, and I will see you next time.